Alright guys and girls, welcome to the video. In this video we will end this project. So this is tutorial number 4. So we will get all the blogs from a Google blog, right? So we want the each and every blog. So let's end the project. So far we have learned a lot with the Google Blogger API. So we went through the documentation, we got the API key and stuff like that. So now in this video I'll be teaching you how to fetch all the post from Google Blogger and convert it into an Excel file. So let's get started without wasting much of time. So guys and girls, what I'm gonna do is basically I'm gonna create a new file here for you so I can explain it to you, right? So let me create a new Jupyter notebook. I'm gonna name this as tutorial number 4. Alright, so I'm gonna say fetch alright guys and girls, the first thing we need to do is basically we need to get the library sorted out. So let me do that. Once you're done with that, we need the API key and the blog ID. We have already covered this in the last tutorials, right, step by step. So once we are done with that, we need to create a Google resource client. So let us do that. So once done with that, now what we can do is basically we need to define a function which will do this job for us. So for that, I'm gonna define that function. So this is the function that is gonna do the job. So first of all, I'm gonna say title. I'm gonna say an empty list, right? Then I will define the URL. I'm gonna define the empty list again. Then I'm gonna define next page. Next page is equal to none. I'm gonna define a counter, or let's instead of that, let's define a while loop, which will, so basically it's an infinite while loop. And I'm gonna make a response object, and I'm gonna go to the blog dot, I'm gonna say the post because I wanna get all the post. Alright, so blog dot post, and I want to do the list attribute on that. So and I'm gonna give the blog ID, and I'm also gonna give max result is equal to 1. After that, I'm gonna give the page token, and I will initialize it to next page. Alright, so we have made our response project. Now what we need to do is we need a try block, and we need to grab the title. So I'm gonna do a title.append from that JSON response, and what I want to append is basically this stuff right here from the response. We have covered this in several tutorials, so I would expect you to go through that. And similarly, I will do it for the URL as well. So let me do that. So let me just fix the indentation. So once I've done for the URL, and once all the blog is completed, so this will iterate over all the blogs. You know what I need to do is basically if this fails, so I wanna write an exception. Let me show you what I'm trying to say. If there is a key error, I want to break this infinite loop, and else I'm gonna say next page. I'm gonna grab the token, so I'm gonna use the get method, right? And this will take the parameter, and if that is not found, it should return none. Then I'm gonna say if next page is none, I wanna break the infinite loop, and at the end I wanna return the title. So essentially the function that I've just written here, right? So here you can see now I'm calling the function, right? So what I'm gonna do is, before printing it, let me run this and show you what happens. So this is gonna basically get all the blocks from my blog using blog ID. So it's still running. Here you can see it's going through all the blogs right now. So essentially still loading. Here you can see it usually takes time, you know, depending upon how fast of a computer you have, or depending upon your internet speed as well. So right now you can see it's still processing. Should not be taking that much time ideally, but let me just restart my kernel. You know, sometimes there is these issues, so want to make sure that everything. All right, we have a small issue. Let's see, let's run. So it's still running right now. You can see we have a star stuff. So let me just walk you through my Jupyter notebook, what I have done so far. So when you run this, right, so what I did is basically I took the title and URL, I created a data frame, and I'm just printing the data frame. So here you can see essentially all the blogs, right? So this is what the function does, right? So here you can see now it's completed. Now let me execute that. So if I go, this is a list, remember, for X in title. If I do this, so I have all the titles, but I want to create a data frame, as I said. So I'm gonna use pandas to do that job, right? And I'll show you the magic, how we can save it as an Excel file. So once done with that, you can say df, and this will essentially get a nice data frame where you can see all the blogs and the URL. Now if you want to save as an Excel file, so df dot to underscore, here you can see CSV, Excel, whatever you want. So we're gonna say CSV, and I'm gonna name it test.csv. Let's run it, and the project is finally done. So now let's go to the folder. So Jupyter notebook, right? We will go to the smart library. Here we should have a test.csv. Here you can see. If I double click on that, let's see what happens. No thanks. So here you can see essentially all the blogs and its URL in a nice Excel format. So thank you for watching the video. The code is also there on my GitHub account, so make sure to download it, play with it, and thank you for watching. And if you have any more questions, do list them in the comment section. Would be very happy to assist you with that. Thank you.